laws are like sausages. It's better not to see them being made. The secret of politics. Make a good treaty with Russia. People never lie so much as after a hunt, during a war, or before an election. The best a statesman can do is to listen to the footsteps of God. Get a hold of the hem of his cloak and walk with him a few steps of the way. A conquering army on the border will not be stopped by eloquence. Never believe anything in politics until it has been officially denied. The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by iron and blood. Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best. Faith is a matter of not asking whether, but of believing that. When you want to fool the world, tell the truth. The less people know about how sausages and laws are made, the better they'll sleep at night. A statesman cannot create anything himself. He must wait and listen until he hears the steps of God sounding through events, then leap up and grasp the hem of his garment. Not by speeches and votes of the majority are the great questions of the time decided. That was the error of 1848 and 1849, but by iron and blood. The most brilliant diplomatic successes were often achieved by the most cynical means. The North German Confederation was not created by a light in the night. It came after lengthy reflection, just as the creation of the world did. I have seen 3 emperors in their nakedness, and the sight was not inspiring. Our treaties, our documents, our diplomacy, it's all tissue paper. Just tissue paper. A revolution is a struggle to the death between the future and the past. When you say you agree to a thing in principle, you mean that you have not the slightest intention of carrying it out in practice. The position of Prussia in Germany will not be determined by its liberalism, but by its power. With a gentleman, I am always a gentleman and a half. And when I have to do with a pirate, I try to be a pirate and a half. Never fight with Russian pig. You get dirty. And besides, the pig likes it. The Balkans are not worth the bones of a single Pomeranian grenadier. I have often been called a Nazi, and although it is unfair, I don't let it bother me. I don't let it bother me for one simple reason. No one has ever had a nice word to say about a Nazi. My most esteemed colleagues, from the depth of my heart, I don't give a damn. One day the great European war will come out of some damned foolish thing in the Balkans. Anyone who has ever looked into the glazed eyes of a soldier dying on the battlefield will think hard before starting a war. I have found the secret of success. Work. And if you don't work, let others work. It's all the same. If ever there was a time when supreme political sagacity was needed, it is now. If ever there was a time when supreme political sagacity was needed, it is now. In a world of change, the learners shall inherit the earth, while the learned shall find themselves perfectly suited for a world that no longer exists. The division of the United States into federations of equal force was decided long before the Civil War by the high financial powers of Europe. A government must not waver once it has chosen its course. It must not look to the left or right, but go forward. I am bored. The great statesmen have never known how to use me. Therefore, they have never understood me. Fools say that they learn by experience. I prefer to profit by others' experience.